Hi YouTube. Sorry I'm holding my hair back. It's like getting in my face. But this is the tutorial I'm going to be doing for this look here. Nice blue eyes, really pretty. I use this palette here, MAC. I'm going to have a link to where you can shop MAC and search MAC. And I use the 88 matte BH 88 custom 88 matte palette, not shimmer, matte palette. I also use this blush by MAC, and I'm gonna just have the link to where you get the stuff. And I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get started. First, I start off with my face clean. I colored in my eyebrows a bit. One might be a little darker than the other. Let's get started. First thing I always do is I prime my eye with a MAC paint pot. Not too sure exactly what the color is. So I prime my eyes. Now that my eyes are primed, I get started with the inner corner of my eye. And what I use is this silver out of the 88 MAC. It's kind of the silver, the silveriest, that's even a word. Silver out of the such and such. And I use this kind of brush here. You take it and you pat. And I like to pat, coat it, and pat, and I get the inner corners of my eye, like so. I like to apply with it patted. Sometimes I brush it on, but I like patting it on. So now that I have the silver on, as you can see, I start to this palette. I start using this palette here. And what I'd like to take is the blue color, which is beautiful. It's like this blue and it pops so nicely. I love it. This is like my favorite thing. I've had it forever too, and I use it all the time. And then you kind of go to the middle of the eye now. Kind of pat on top, the middle section of your eye. Until basically the middle, almost to the outer corner, is completely covered. And after you do pat it into center to the outer corner of your eye, it should kind of overlap a little bit of the silver. Note, when you do apply the silver and the blue, it should stop at the crease of your eye. It shouldn't go past it. It should just stop at the crease of your eye. Notice how I did have it kind of stop before I got the outer corner. Both eyes, it's kind of overlapped a little bit, not too much. I mean, nobody's perfect when you're doing makeup, but in the general region. So after I do that, I get my black cream eyeshadow and my 212 brush from MAC. And I'm going to do a cut crease, which is going to come out to a nice angle over at the at the end of my eye, that you're just going to draw on yourself with a steady hand. And what I do is I start right here. You kind of follow. Everybody's eye is different, so I like to start kind of where I know where the bone stops, and I just kind of start drawing it over. Just take it, and nobody's in a rush. We're not in a hurry. And we just kind of, first I always do kind of a guideline on both sides. And then I just kind of follow it through. until I'm just going to do the outline for now. And the outline from here, and you're going to do a line from here up. Then after you do the outline, it should look somewhat like this. You should just have the cut crease from the brown, from, you know, here. Everybody's different, so kind of find your bone. Mine's like right here. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit more and fill it in. And I know it might be a little overspill. Don't worry about it, because there's going to be some blending and we're going to make it look beautiful. Trust me. So after you kind of, as you can see this side, I did it a couple tries, just a couple lines. And what I like to do is fill it in. So from here, the outer corner that you see this white space, that you don't see any color, that should be filled in with black. You just take it, dip it, the tip, you don't have to go crazy, you just dip the tip, and you start to fill it in just like coloring a coloring book. And you kind of do that to both sides. By now, after you filled in the corner, it should look somewhat like this. Don't worry if it's a little overage. It's okay, as long as it's cut a nice straight line over the silver and blue. But when you kind of get to this part here, you should kind of take this and feather over the blue a bit and blend it a little bit with just the tip, and feather it over, just little light strokes, both sides, just over the blue only, the outer edge of the blue, I should say, not the whole blue, just the outer edge of the blue, because we want to leave that nice and sharp. We want to leave that nice sharp curve, nice sharp crease. Note to self, we're not all perfect, so if you really want it like a nice sharp line, sometimes I take like Scotch tape and I put it right here and here, just a little dollar store tape, stick it here, so after you actually do your eye, you don't have to worry about it going over to things, because it just stays on top of the tape, and when you're done, rip off the tape. I'm so used to it now, I don't really use the tape too often. And also, I forgot to mention, my Q-tips missing. Always have nice wet, moist Q-tips with either water or makeup remover. So when you want to, fix mistakes, say you go a little too high on your arch when you're filling this in, or it's a little too over, you could always just take a Q-tip and wipe it to exactly where. One stroke usually does it for me. That's all you need. So I forgot to mention that. Apologize. So after you have it filled in and you have this nice sharp crease here, what I like to do is I like to start blending now. I take this nice, it's a, you can use any blending brush, but I have a 227 brush by MAC, and I like to take it here, and I like to just, not hard, just kind of take it and I lightly blend it out, just that black, blended it out right on top. I don't want to blend this in too much. I blend the top in first and then kind of blend it tiny little bit to the blue and the silver, but I usually blend up and out first on both sides. Little small circles, working the black out, Some people like to blend this also. For that look, I did blend the bottom out too, so I blend this out. But if you want to just leave it a nice straight angle, I might just do that today. So I'm not even gonna blend. I'm just gonna blend the top, this black in here, and blend that up closer to the brow. And I'm just gonna leave this nice angle on both sides.